Okay, so you guys have to share a mic. So
I
don't know if you guys are good at sharing things. No, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we are.
We share a lot of things.
Hey guys, this is Matticus. We're here at the Austin Content House, and I'm here with my two friends. What are your names, babes?
Frankie.
We got
Frankie.
Crush.
Crush, Frankie and Crush. So great to meet you. How's your day?
We're called Crush and Frankie.
Crush and Frankie.
Crush and Frankie.
Oh, sorry. I should have went this way.
Yeah, do it that way.
Okay, I could probably do the mic for her.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm more used to it. So you guys are a couple, right?
Yes, we are.
How long you guys been together?
A little over a year.
How do you like it?
It's been the most amazing thing I've ever had. I can guarantee you that.
Are you sure? Would you say that if he wasn't here?
Yes, absolutely.
And what are your thoughts, Crush?
Oh, I love it. Especially, you know, I'm a pansexual creator, and you know, women in general have a bit of an issue with that part of me. And she's one of the few women I've met that is actually into. She's not just tolerating it. She's like into my pansexual side. Yeah.
Yeah. So was she a fan in it before, or how'd you guys meet?
Yeah. Well, I'm a stripper.
Okay.
And that's mostly what I did before I got into content creation. And I stripped at gay bars, pretty much primarily. And she came in with a customer that used to come see me a lot as his friend, and she actually tipped me.
Well, yeah, that helps. That helps.
Yeah, a lot of girls don't tip as strippers, and so I thought she was cool already, and then we started talking, and next thing you know,
Well, he came over and grabbed my butt.
Oh, okay.
And then it was like end of story since then.
He had to let you know. He's like, hey, I'm on both sides here.
Well, me and my friend were both there talking about like, is he gay or straight? So we didn't know. When he came over, he was like rubbing on his shoulder. We're like, okay, he's gay, damn it. I was like, but he's so gorgeous. Like, I wanted him too. And like, then when he grabbed my butt, I was like, oh, maybe I have a chance.
Well, maybe, yeah, right. Do you get that a lot? Do people think that you're just straight or just gay?
I get both.
Yeah.
Pretty often, because I think on the gay side, a lot of gay people think I'm just straight because I'm dating a girl,
right?
Or because I'm with girls. You know, people like to put you in a lane.
They do.
And then on the straight side, you know, even if you're just hooked up with one guy your entire life, you're gay.
Yeah, you're gay. That's so true.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm not straight enough for the straight people. I'm not gay enough for the gay people. But I will say overall, the gay community and trans community accepts me way more.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, accepts me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where do you guys feel like you fit in the best?
Definitely in the gay community.
I agree. Yeah. It's hard. Even for like my straight friends always talk down to me about dating a bi guy, or even like men that I meet, they're like, oh, I don't know how, you know, a man could let his girl do that and be in this industry. But yeah, they like talk down to me and say like, oh, he has diseases and STDs just because he's in the gay content creation and like enjoys that kind of, you know, life. Yeah, so
STDs is brought up a lot.
A lot.
I can imagine. I think people that don't understand something usually just lash out so hard towards something. And you got to think of like the straight community, like bodies, where you're thinking, you know, like how many people have you been with? It's pretty low usually, right? And on the gay side,
I think it's secret though, a little bit. Like, you know, women are obviously slut shamed for their body count a lot. And that's not so much a thing in the gay community where we slut shame people for their body count nearly as much. So I think women, you know, either suppress it or they lie about how many people they've been with. And in the gay community, you can kind of be more open and free about it. And like I approach relationships, even if it's like a hetero relationship, the same way I think the gay community does. Like I'm very non-monogamous. I'm not judgmental. I don't slut shame.
Not at all.
You know, like I actually encourage her to try.
Just got a gangbang the other day.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yesterday.
Yeah, she
got me over the picnic table.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to fuck her? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And, you know, and it's like, all that's just as fun. It's just fun to me, you know. Like, I enjoy it when I do it, so she should be allowed to enjoy it. And, you know, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Like, I'm very sexual. I want to hook up with a lot of people. Why should I not allow her to do that? Is it, you know, and like I feel like it's just a jealousy, insecurity thing that is so prominent in the straight dating community.
You see a lot of it. You see a lot of it where you want to like own the woman and like how many people they can sleep with. When you turn around and ask that same guy, like how many bodies do you have? And they're like, I don't know, 100 plus. Like, how's that even fair?
But it really is a lot of insecurity, you know, on because I've dealt with it too, you know, being in these relationships, and you know, it's hard. It's hard to get over an insecurity being like, oh, your man is with so many people. You know what I mean? And he wants to enjoy that. But then I realized I wanted to enjoy that too. And so why is that fair? Why is that fair?
Yeah.
It's a good question, but we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I know. And like, I always joke around when like girls, you know, a lot of girls give me shit for hooking up with guys. Or, you know, they judge me for it, or they find me gross. Yeah. And I always be like, you know, I fuck hotter dudes than you probably do. Like,
exactly right. Yeah, it's like, let's just be honest.
And like we did a scene yesterday with Nico and John and Heath, and like we were sitting talking about it after, and like I was like, those are probably the hottest guys you've ever been with. And then me too. Yeah. And like, it's probably hotter than any guy any of your friends who slut shame you have been with. 100%. And it's like, what's wrong with that? Show them the video. You know, it's like, they're just jealous.
So do you, I mean, I think it's crazy when people like talk down about bi guys, because to me, like you're making a guy like bend his will, and he's completely submitting himself to you, you know, when you're on the bi side. Like, are you bottoming, or are you topping, or... I don't know if that's really related.
I'm mostly a top, but I'm very open to bottoming and stuff like that. I have more of like, my natural instinct is to be a pleasure top. Yeah. So, you know, I'm topping people for their pleasure. That's my natural instinct. But doing that it's like my sexuality. I can never just do one thing.
Well, you sound like an alpha. That's would you say that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a protective alpha, so I'm not necessarily like I need to dominate people, because that to me comes across as a bit insecure. If it's like I need to dominate everyone around me, you know,
well, a true alpha.
Yeah, and so I prefer. I want to bottom. I want to get there. I've kind of been taking baby steps.
No tiny fingers.
I've already,
Are you pegging him yet?
Not yet. I wish. I've taken more platinum and gold stars than I have men.
Yeah, and but like I started giving oral not that long ago, and that was a big hurdle of me to get over a lot of stigmas around that, being kind of an alpha top type of thing, and. It's like everything I've done, it's like just not that big a deal once you do it the first time. It's like, oh, that was not
I feel the same. It's not that big of a deal once you do it. No, that's really weird. Like, I thought, oh, I'm not going to sleep with a lot of guys, you know, because that's a lot. And, you know, I get judged for it, whatever. But when I got with him, it's like completely different. He like supports it and like wants me to enjoy myself. And now it's totally different in my head. I'm like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Like, I just got railed by 5 guys. Like, it's fine.
I bet. And you still have your man like, you're here with me? You're still there holding your hand at the end of it all? Like,
I was jerking off watching it.
Like, that's mine.
He said, hold the camera.
I joined in.
I need my hands.
And it was also like all my friends. You know, it's like dudes I like. Yeah. And like I fucked all of them before they fucked her.
Oh, it's a good change. It's a good change up. So wait, have you always been bi or open-minded to that? So you started as straight or started as gay?
No, I grew up in a very homophobic environment. I used to be a college and professional basketball player, and so it was always like trying really hard to not do anything gay. Like, remember the whole no homo? Yeah. Like, that was it was like we talked about gay shit so much you would think we were gay. You know? Right. That was like you was like that's gay, whatever you're doing over there. Like the way you look at your fingernails, remember that? Like,
all the
if you look at it like this, you're gay. If you look at it like this, you're straight. And so it was, I don't think I personally ever had a problem with it. It was more like, what would my friends think? Yeah. You know, and the fact that I'm not fully gay or fully straight, and it can change person to person or day to day what I'm into or what I want to do, it made it harder for me to figure out. Like, I wasn't like hiding that I was only into men and wasn't into women, right. Which I feel like that would have been easier for me to figure out. But because it's like, oh, this one guy I'm into, or this trans girl, or it's like, kind of confusing. Even when I first found out I was kind of bi, I thought I was only into like feminine looking guys or only trans girls. And then like this really masculine dude all of a sudden turns me on. And it's like, I don't know what that is.
I was like, those guys from yesterday they're not very feminine.
Right. And so it is, that makes it complicated, but not difficult for me to get over. if that makes sense. It just makes it like I don't really know. But I just go with the flow.
So when did you like transition or figure it out? Or
2 years ago.
Is that when you messed with the first guy?
Trans woman.
Trans woman, okay.
Yeah,
and then it all went from
that
there.
broke the ice. It like shattered the glass, and like from there I've just been deep diving into everything. Like I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. Like sure, why not? Let's go for it. Like, and then I'm just like, yeah, I like that, or I didn't like that.
That's awesome.
But pretty much everything I've been like, yeah, it was pretty cool. Like,
did you know that they were trans when you like were first attracted to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was definitely a moment where I was like, whoa, I shouldn't do this. Like this is a guy, or, you know, all the thoughts that stop most straight guys. I think most straight guys are like me.
Well, yeah.
They're just not allowed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You've crossed over.
You know, and I think I'm just the only one that doesn't really care if people like want to tell me what I am because of what I've done. I know who I am.
Well, I'm kind of curious on why it took you so long, but maybe your upbringing. But you're at a gay strip club, gay male, dancer. I can imagine how hard you're getting hit on. You're an attractive guy, like how hard you're getting hit on all the time, and you're like, it's not it.
Yeah, it didn't take that long. It took about a year.
Okay.
Of me in the gay strip club world to be like
I got something here.
And that's what I loved. I loved how shameless it was. It was like you could be a freak, you could try things, and like no one's judging you. And that's something that's very special about the LGBTQ community is like you can just do and try things, and no one really is going to judge you that hard. And I think that's what opened the door for me. And then, once I started trying it, I've just been trying more and more and more, and finding out what I like. And I'll be honest, like I love being hit on. I love it when someone just walks up to me and goes, man, I want to suck your dick so bad.
Oh.
Because that never happened. As a straight guy with girls, that never happens.
True.
The first time a straight guy gets flowers is at his funeral.
Yeah.
And because women...
Do you buy him flowers?
I have. I bought flowers twice. I love
women don't approach straight men and show them they're appreciated, or like hit on them or tell them how they reserve it because they don't want to be rejected, right? Or be perceived as sluts.
Yeah, and also they don't want to do the work. They want to be entitled.
Right.
So, I mean, I try not to be that way. I am entitled a lot because he spoiled me so much, so it's like hard. But I mean, I try to be entitled. I mean, I want to give him all the things that he's been looking for, and that's naturally, that feels that way for me. Like I want to give him everything, and so I don't know, I want to make him happy.
I love that. You're a part of the problem, though. You're keeping her up here, you spoliate her.
But like when I do go back to like the straight community, like I go to a straight bar, or I hit on a straight girl or something, like I'm reminded of just like how like linear that world is, and I feel like I can't be myself anymore. And I also I feel like my value, the way I feel about myself, my own personal self-worth has raised so much by exploring my sexuality on the other side, that now going back to the straight community where like it's like I have to do all the work, and I have to be the one flirting and like buying the drinks and doing.
Right.
No one's gonna come up to me and tell me they want to suck my dick. Like I feel like I deserve more than this.
But even so, on your end, if you were to tell the girl like, "Hey, I wanna hook up with you," like they're like, "Creep."
Still make you work for it, yeah.
Yeah, like so. I mean, in the end, it's like, what's the point?
Oh, it's definitely great that you guys found this partnership here.
I'm very lucky.
I'm curious. What did you tip him? Like, what do you remember?
I gave him I was scared to go up and tip him, so I gave my friend a 20, and he got ones, and like he went and tipped him for me, and I just sat at the bar like, okay, I'm gonna be prim and proper. Like
that's from me.
Just let you know that's from me.
Hey, this is from my friend. I like. Yeah. So when you're at the strip club, like, are you a good dancer? Or are you like are you like a
No, he does the body rolls. He does everything on the pole.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, are you referring to the straight guys wearing Calvin Klein underwear?
Hell yeah!
No, like I make my own underwear. So I have like really nice underwear. I do body rolls. If they have the banisters on the roof and everything, I hang from them. I don't do full-on choreographed dancing. When I do shows, like when I have like a show, like a lot of drag shows, I do an intermission show for them. It's more of like a Broadway style, sexual, like very sexual. Yeah. Like I have a show called Broke Dick Fountain, which is a parody of Brokeback Mountain, where I'll have another dancer with me and we almost like do a very short playthrough of the sexual scene in Brokeback Mountain where they, hook up and stuff. And it's very
shirt over his head and he's like humping him.
Yeah,
it was so good. One time, the last bar he worked at, it was so good. A guy fell flat on his face. Just right in
well, he was trying to record and he just like fell.
He was getting so close. Like he just fell on his face.
I don't know if my insurance would cover you to be on our banisters. So, like, you're a big guy,
Yeah. Well, it has to be like the strong rafter of banisters.
You better hope so. Yeah. I don't know. People say that until someone falls. They're like, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. But I'm not a dancer. Like, I wouldn't, no, I don't dance like...
you're not like a ballerina.
Isn't throwback?
No,
he does,
like the Magic Mike guys, I don't dance like that. No, I'm doing more of like a softcore porn show.
Yeah, exactly, Magic Mike.
Exactly, yeah. You described it to the T. Not Magic Mike. No, Crush.
Crush Daddy.
Crush Daddy. It's different.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you a little bit. Okay. All right. So you have this very alpha male, beautiful man here.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be like dominated by him, but also dominated by all of his friends?
Amazing, because I've never experienced this before. I've been very like vanilla in my sex life and like haven't been with a lot of people. And like when I met him, and like he was so just non-judgmental and like wanted me to experience everything, like even like everything. He just wants me to experience everything. And I'm so lucky to feel that way and not feel judged, which was the whole reason why I didn't want to like add numbers and body count in the first place. So I'm super lucky.
Yeah, and she's very dominant herself too.
Oh, for sure.
I'm actually.
Is that pigtails you're wearing?
Yeah.
I believe you now.
I'll sub to him because I want to be his little,
Yeah, like she prefers now. She really only wants to make content and hook up with other bi or gay guys.
Yeah, I won't work with a straight guy, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't.
And so,
I've only like pegged the gays and worked with bi content creators and a lot of guys that are gay. Oh, I want to try you. I'm like, okay, so I'm turning guys.
You're taking those cards, yeah. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Turning guys bi.
That's messed up.
And honestly,
I feel so good about that.
And like even I feel more comfortable with it because there's so much more respectful and it doesn't feel like they're just here to get their nut off. Where like when it's with straight guys, you can just feel it's all they're doing is thinking about themselves. And their insecurities and things like that. So there's like an awkwardness in the room a little bit. And it's with the gay and bi guys, it's just more professional, it's more respectful, and it's more fun.
I agree.
But how many like gay guys have you let go down on you?
No, we don't know.
We can't count.
At least been like 20 now so far since I've been with him. But those were just like guys that we had like a bisex scene, and then like we film like 3 scenes at a time. It'll be like bisex, and then him, and then me and him, and so we'll get like 3 videos out in the row.
Yeah.
And then so that's happened quite a few times. I mean, more times doing that than I have in my own personal sex life.
So I'm curious, did you have to coach these like gay guys to want to do it, or they're like, I want to try?
I want to try.
I want to try.
Like, hell yeah, let's go. And like,
how they do?
One guy did cars. I said, damn, you got a nice butthole. I want to fuck it. He's like, okay. I was like, okay. And then we set it up, and I picked him with the dragon dick.
They fuck better than the straight guys for sure.
Oh, I agree.
For sure.
I agree. And they're like so like, oh my god, it feels so good. I'm like, oh, thank you.
There's just an authenticity to it that you don't feel on the because I've done straight porn too, and she has also. It's like there's an awkward.
Well, it's always another girl that we're doing the straight porn with.
Yeah.
Basically a stunt dick.
Yeah. And there's just something. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't feel as fluid and fun and open.
It's not. It feels like very work.
I don't know. I feel like when you watch a lot of bi porn, it's like there's somebody's getting more attention than the other. And it's hard for me when it says like, do they like the girl that she's there? Is she like, is she having a good time? Or it's like, is that guy having a good time? Because he's just like over there jacking off in the corner. I'm like, what kind of threesome is this? Yeah, you guys encounter that?
It's like that too. I mean, sometimes it is like that, and you don't realize, like, oh, you're leaving one out because like. It's hard for the male having to please 2 people, and like one girl doesn't know what to do in this situation. So in reality, I mean, is it his fault? Then
Right.
he's like feeling left out if the girls are like doing something.
If it's like not a bi girl.
Like, what is he supposed to do? Like, he's supposed to just come put his dick somewhere? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they're like, oh, use your fingers, your hands.
Sometimes girls are not into each other, so it's like they're both trying to like get attention from the male. So I mean.
Yeah, and you kind of lay that out beforehand. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're like, this is what we're going for,
Right.
type of thing. And like most of the time, the bisex we've done, it's been like equal opportunity for everybody. We're just like, we're gonna all right, focus on them now, and then focus there. We're gonna focus on you two now. Like the one we did yesterday, it was like we had 5 people all together, and only you were verse bottom and top, and the other guy Heath was bottom, and then the rest of us were tops, and we were able to like get in like just about every combination of thing that you could do there.
That was so hot.
Like, and I even did some new things, like some stuff that I pulled John's dick out of her pussy while she was riding him, and like got it more lubed up with my mouth and put it back in.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, and then like right after I did it, I was like, that was pretty hot. Like, I was like, like even he's like, yeah, okay, shit.
Try that again. Try something new. I like that.
Yeah, and then when we worked with the trans girls yesterday, I like before she fucked her, I was like, let me get you lubed up for her, and like sucked her off, and then put her dick in her huge cock, like.
Oh, wow. A girl, one of the trans girls, into me.
Yeah, so I was fucking the trans girl.
She was fucking me and he was fucking her.
At the same time. And we even did that. We've done that with a guy too, with Derek Cage. I fucked Derek while he was in her. I was fucking him, so I was like pushing his dick into her.
Yeah, what an experience.
That was my first bisex scene, was with Derek Cage. So like it was just the best experience. He's such a great guy. Like that's the best experience I ever could have had, being as my first collab ever. So yeah, I was super lucky. This guy just made me.
I would think like when you think of like you have 2 guys and 1 girl, everyone's trying to like spit roast. Is that what it's called? Like, or like,
they did that to me too.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was fun.
I was like, this is not as fun. I was like, you could be getting fucked while fucking her too, which is way more fun.
Yeah, but with both holes filled up, it's just a different feeling.
Yeah.
So you met him at this, he was dancing, stripping, or whatever. What were you doing professional wise beforehand? Were you already in
I
content
was
creation?
actually dancing as well.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a dancer.
But you were afraid to walk up to him.
No, I wasn't afraid. I just didn't want to make.
She was afraid.
Wait.
She already said she was afraid. Now she's backtracking.
Wait, I know my place.
Play it back.
I know my place in the gay strip club. Like I didn't want to make anybody feel like.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was like trying to show off or something. I don't know. I just felt weird. So like, I don't do that unless I know somebody there.
There is a lot of women that invade the space.
There are, yes. They just think they roll it.
Yeah, like even when I was at his strip club at Johnson's in Wilton Manor, it's like still same thing as girls holding up $1. Work for it. I'm like, dude, just give him the $1. Like,
they'll be like, he should be tipping me, and I'm like, sweetie, you're a 6 with makeup in a dark room. Like, relax. Like,
and then he had her kicked out, and we caught her when we were leaving the club later. We caught her. She's like, I got kicked out of Johnson's again.
Oh no! Surprise!
Surprise!
So do you still dance now, or?
Yes, but not as full time.
Okay.
So I'm splitting my time, and I'm trying to only dance seasonally. So when the peak seasons are, so like Florida in the winter, Canada in the summer, like a couple months in each one.
On tour, okay.
Yeah, and then people will pay me to fly out to do like an event for like 2 days or something. Like I'll do all that, but just going in every day to the club to try and make money, I don't do that anymore.
Do you guys come together, or do you do things separately?
We do. That's why we can go travel together and like dance together too. Because there's always a club for women.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Any place there's a club for a man, I'm sure there's one somewhere for me.
I've seen some of the clubs adding women. Actually, I think like the Abbey had some girls in LA, and I was like, this is new.
I love that.
But that's go-go dancing.
Well, that is. You're right. That's my bad. That's go-go dancing, not stripping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was referring earlier to go-go dancers too, like Heart during the stomp.
Go-go dancing is extremely tiring.
Yeah, because you haven't been in one spot for so long, just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
At least being, an entertainer, like you can walk around and talk to everybody, and like you make money off everybody. It's not like you have to.
A stripper's more of a seduction act than an entertainment.
Do you have to still fight for your spots, kind of like a go-go boy does, like to get like to be next in line or to be at a certain place on stage? Is that anything you have to deal with?
I think for you it's not so bad, but for me it's definitely bad because like they're all so money hungry and desperate. Like the second a guy walks into the door, they're like, attack, you know, and like we'll follow you and nip at your heels, like while they're like, we need to get a drink first. Like, can you leave us alone?
Well, also like men, we have more mutual respect for each other than women. Women, I think, are very catty with each other. There's a lot of drama always, and with us, I feel like we just kind of like all respect each other. Like there is always issues, but for the most part, we have better stripper etiquette than their clubs by far. Like when I watch the way the women act in their clubs, I'm like, that would not go down in my club. Yeah.
No, I've been to some. When I was visiting in London, and they put all the girls in the audience, and they just sit there to make it look full. Oh no! And I was like, this is a really weird club compared to like the men's club was like so much more popping and gay friendly. But I was like, I didn't realize sex is such a big appeal in London. These guys are really get crazy over there. So I really want to take it back with you guys a little bit. So let's go to your childhood for a second. You're about 10 years old. You're a young child, and you're like, I want to be. What? What did you want to be when you were that young?
I wanted to be a ballerina.
A ballerina?
Yeah. And I was a ballerina until I was about 16. And I had full scholarship, Florida Arts and Dance. And then at 17, I broke my ankle snowboarding because I decided I wanted to be Billy Badass. And so I kind of stopped doing all that. But I've been a ballerina since 2 years old. Like, I wanted to be a professional ballerina forever.
So you still say that. You got into dancing.
Well, I started teaching pole fitness.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a pole professional. Like, I'm really good, pole dancer. So when I got into dancing at 17, like, I just fell in love with it, and it just became such a thing for me. So.
I didn't see your legs on the way in here. I was like, I'd be afraid. Yeah, I'd be afraid of her, right? She's like, that pole dancer, like, wrapped you up.
Yeah, so very fluid, like a ballerina around the pole. Like, I just act like a snake.
Oh, that's sexy. What about you, Fresh?
I don't remember, man. 10 years old.
When you're a little wee little lad
in the U.S. yet.
What'd you want to be? Just when you were younger.
I just wanted to be home. Like I don't know. Like my childhood was just traveling. I'm from South Africa, and then by the time I was like 10, I'd lived in like 3 or 4 countries, and I don't really know if I knew what I wanted to do. I kind of and I still don't. Like I kind of just want to try everything. Yeah. Like I'm someone I'm living my life I want to look back and be like I wish I did that or tried that or so I still don't know what I want to do. This right now is a lot of fun, but I might get tired of it.
That's how I've gotten all my life. Yeah. Like I've had a few companies and I get tired of it and then I want to do something else. Yeah. So it's hard for me to even settle down into one situation now that I'm older and realize I don't want to work for anybody, so I'm going to work for myself, first of all. And, I've done so many different random things, I don't know, I get bored of it, and then I want to do something else, and then I'll just figure it out later.
So when you guys think of that interview question, where will you be in 5 years, do you think you thought about that?
Hopefully just millionaires living off our...
Yeah, I mean, ideally, yeah. But, I think asking me what would I be doing is a tough question. Yeah. But where I would want to be is, I want to, have I already have a home. I want to just live a less chaotic lifestyle. So that's a better way for me to answer it. But what I would be doing career-wise, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess where you would be is where we're going for that one.
Yeah.
We'll be in Houston for sure.
Probably you're still in Houston.
Oh, you guys live in Houston now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do live. I was like, wait, I remember that. Yeah. Is your place okay? Everything good over there?
Yeah. Mars turned out okay, but
we lost power for a few days, but
but we're fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we're glad to hear that you're doing good. Yeah. All right. So for both of you, this is a more sexual-based question. What's the biggest that you guys have taken, each of you?
Dick-wise?
Yeah, and down.
That one you took yesterday.
That was yesterday. I took a trans girl, which her and him were probably an inch apart from each other. But he only got in that far, and he still.
You took them at the same time?
No, calm down.
Oh, okay.
No, it's two different scenes. But I had been with the 4 guys, doing this little scene. We just randomly. He's like, "Hey, do you want to fuck her?" He's like, "Yes." And I told him "Hey, I want to fuck that guy." And he's like, "Hey, do you want to fuck her?" He's like, "Yes." And so they started
got a group
getting in, and then the other guys were just jerking off the back. He's like, "You're next, you're next, you're next," and they just kind of lined up behind me. And then the one guy walked up, he's like, what did I miss? He's like, I want to try it. And so he's like, hey, babe, come on, come back.
We got one more.
It's like, it's so hilarious because they're all gay. Like, they wanted to try it. Like, it was awesome.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, I love it.
And
makes me feel so great. I'm like one of the gays. I'm just this gay boy trapped in this girl's body.
that's really the best way to describe her. She's a gay guy in a woman's body. Yeah.
That was really cute. So do you guys share an OnlyFans or you have your own OnlyFans?
We have both.
Yeah. We have one couple's page, and then I have a regular page, he has a regular page, and he has a free page. So
okay, you're really busy. So why do you think that people should subscribe to you guys?
if they want to see bisex scenes and all kinds of kink stuff with me and my little gabies, join for free.
Yeah. Mine is more, I'm just documenting my sexual exploration journey.
Oh, that's a good way.
That was exciting.
Your people are kind of watching me try things.
Oh yeah, that's a very good
that's
way.
really, that's,
You're absolutely right.
yeah, I'm not,
Watching his journey for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
'cause, like,
It's kind of mine too. Like I get that. I agree with that 100%.
because I don't want to be in a lane when it comes to content creation. I want to be, I call it a pansexual creator. Like, I want to be able to work with anyone. Like, any body type, any gender, any, you know.
That's okay, it's just the monitor.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, any body type, any gender, any, you know, age, whatever. Like, well, as long as it's legal, obviously. But, like,
Okay,
I meant more like,
Age.
I meant more like older. Like, if they're way, way older than me, I'm not gonna be like, I'm only gonna fuck other big, young, hot, masculine dudes. I want to be. Let's try everything. Let's see what's out there. Let's see what's going on. Yeah.
Well, you guys
Kind of, I like
lucky.
to make stuff like what my fans want. You know, like they'll like write me in my message, and I'm like, okay, we can make that for you. You know, type of situation. So that's always fun.
And that's also how I figured out, I like this. Is someone will be like, I want you to, would you do this? And I'll be like, I don't think I'm into that, but I'll try it. I'll do it for the camera or whatever. And then I do it. And I'm like, I kind of like that.
Might actually do that. What's the oddest request you guys received from a fan?
Oddest.
I don't think they're really odd to me. I think they're just
It's
like
hard.
different sexual fantasies. I mean,
We get a lot of foot stuff.
Yeah. I started my OnlyFans actually doing foot stuff.
Okay.
Like only solo foot stuff, and then I moved to like more sexual things. 2-3 years later.
So it's real. Feet finder is like a thing. It's like
Feet finder is a thing, but I think there's kind of like a scam.
Oh yeah,
Feet finder.
that website in
Yes.
particular.
But yeah, guys have like super foot fetishes. Like when we were in Chicago, he did a foot session, and then with this little cute sub guy, and he's like, I want you to do it too. And like he wanted me to smush his face with my feet and like kick his balls. I'm like, yes, I fucking love this. Sign me up. And we did it for like about 30 minutes, like just me beating his ass with my feet. I'm like, okay, I love this. Like, and he was rubbing my feet. It was just very sensual because I can orgasm.
They're covered.
I can orgasm with a foot massage.
Oh really? From someone else, or someone giving you a foot massage?
Someone giving me a foot massage. Like, it has to be hard. Like, he really knows how to do it. Like, because he's been with me for so long now. He knows all my spots. But, like, yeah. A good foot massage. Like, I could be in the Thai shop and he's, like, rubbing my arches. I'm like...
Oh!
Trying not to have an orgasm and make noise because I'm loud.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I've had people also ask me to fart on camera.
Oh, no.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah. And it's really hard to fart on command. Like, just be like, so like, and then when you feel like you have to fart to like get the camera out and like, so I've never really been able to figure it out.
I mean, I think that was one of the weirdest ones, asking to be shit on.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not a fan of that. And like, I have problems shitting in period. So like, I'm not just going to shit on somebody.
Same, I'm pee shy, but I'm just curious, like, how much did they offer you?
Well, one was $1,000.
Okay.
And like, yes, I would have loved to do it, but I just physically couldn't do it.
Well, you pissed in a guy's mouth for $1,500.
Oh yeah, that was not too long ago.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
That's sterile. It's sterile. It's sterile.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Shit's toxic, bro. It's fucking toxic.
I know. It's so weird.
Oh yeah, I did have a shit one too. I had a guy who wanted me to shit in his mouth, but the part that was weird for me wasn't him telling me to shit in his mouth. The part that was weird is he wanted me to do it slowly, and I'm like, I've never slowly shit. Like I just let it. I've never tried to like just shit a little bit and stop it and then shit a little bit. Like, and that was more why I said no than because I thought shitting was weird.
I wonder where guys come up with these ideas. I'm like, what?
Some guys just have kinky fetishes.
Yeah.
Like
I really don't.
How do you discover it? I don't know. But
you're right, and I'm more curious than anything. Even if I'm not into it, like I'm more curious where does it come from. And I really try not to judge, you know, because I don't want people to ever feel like what they're into is something that needs to be taboo unless it's hurting someone else. You know?
I mean, I try not to judge too, but now that like if I'm out of the club and someone's talking to me and they smell like now their breath smells like shit, now that it's in my head, I'm like they eat shit. They eat fucking shit. This must be the fetish that they're in.
Know.
They're in the fucking. That they did a lot of cocaine. I don't know, but they ate a lot of shit. It's one or the other.
Yes.
I don't know. It's one of the two. But it sounds so bad. Any additional questions, producer?
Really great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on with us today.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a pleasure to get to know you guys a little bit more. If you guys can tell the camera again how to follow you, I'll make sure to post it as well.
Okay, we are Crush in Frankie with an IE, and then mine is Frankie Baby Ray with a RAE.
And I'm just Crush Daddy on Instagram, Crush Daddy Dancer on TikTok, and Crush Daddy XXX on Twitter.
Mine is all the same.
Yeah, you did it right.
Yeah. I did it right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.